How we doing, guys? Welcome to DT's Daily. We are back for another week and I hope every single one of you have had a really good weekend. Now, of course, we had a full fixture of Premier League games before the international break. There was a couple of games on Friday, there was 4 games on Saturday, and there was also 4 games on Sunday.
I represent my fucking self.
How we doing, guys? Welcome to DT's Daily. That's right.
So the first place we're going to start is Friday night's games. And there was 2 games on a Friday. Bit unusual that, but it is what it is. Brighton against Burnley finished 0-0. And I don't think we're going to talk about that game in any way, shape or form. The next game was Southampton against Newcastle. And this was a 2-0 win for Southampton. And for a day or so, that victory put Southampton top of the Premier League. Never really thought I would see the day that we're well into the season and Southampton would be top. And I think that's a credit to the management and the players for the way that they are playing. If you think back to last season when they got absolutely humiliated by Leicester and they conceded 9 in a game. You know, the board stuck with the manager. They weren't reactionary and they didn't pull the trigger and fire him. And it's starting to work for Southampton. They're a decent side and they're having a very good start to the season. Going into Saturday's games, and first one was Everton against Manchester United. And what do we always say? That when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's back is against the wall and when it looks like his time may well be up, he pulls out a result, and again, he's pulled out a result. And Everton, 3 defeats in a row for them. And I believe this is the first time since 2014 that Carlo Ancelotti has lost 3 league games in a row. Everton actually took the lead in this game, but Bruno Fernandes scored a couple of goals. And then Edison Cavani in the 95th minute. Now, there were a couple of talking points in the game. There was an incident involving Harry Maguire. And no penalty was given. Also, Bruno Fernandes on a yellow card. There were a couple of tackles and a couple of moments where he should well have received a second yellow. But for some reason, the referee never got involved. But Manchester United 3-1 win, and they will be very, very happy with that. Crystal Palace against Leeds United 4-1 to Crystal Palace. Brilliant result for them. Scott Dan gets himself on the score sheet. Patrick Bamford. And of course there is going to be a talking point in this game. VAR. And they overruled a Bamford goal. And we've all seen the images. He's miles onside. And what he's doing to his teammate is he's pointing as to where he wants him to pass the ball down the channel of the defender. And they've deemed it offside by his arm that he's using to point. Absolutely ridiculous. And something needs to be done about these VAR decisions and everything else. Chelsea, they continue to get the victories. 4-1 for them. McGoldrick actually put Sheffield United in the lead. Tammy Abrahams, Ben Chilwell, Thiago Silva and Timo Werner make it a very, very comfortable evening for Chelsea against Sheffield United. West Ham against Fulham. And this finishes 1-0 to West Ham. And I suppose all the talking points are in injury time. Souček scores what was the winning goal in the 91st minute for West Ham. But that was not the end of the drama. 97th minute, Fulham get a penalty. Lookman on loan from RB Leipzig steps up to take the penalty. He tries the panicker. What a horrendous penalty. Fabianski had enough time to dive, get back up, and still catch the ball. It was abysmal. I honestly do not get why in the 97th minute, with an opportunity of scoring an equaliser and getting your team a valuable point, you would try that. You've got to have some serious set of balls to try that in that moment of the game. I would go mad at one of my players doing it and messing it up so badly, even if they were winning 5 or 6-0. But given the context, the season that Fulham are having, that every point is crucial for them. 97th minute, last kick of the game, and you're trying that. I would love to know what was said to him in the changing rooms after the game. Not just by Scott Parker, but by his teammates. Because I wouldn't be surprised if any of his teammates actually went for him, because that was just abysmal. Going into Sunday's games. And first up, we have West Brom against Spurs. 1-0 victory for Spurs. Again, not playing well, but they're getting the points. Harry Kane in the 88th minute. 150th goal as well. And yeah, it was a poor performance, like I was saying, from Spurs, but they got the victory. And they did the same against Burnley. They even done the same against Brighton. And yeah, they're going to be happy with the 3 points, and that's what matters the most. And of course, that result also did actually put them top of the table ahead of Southampton. But that, joy of being top of the league was actually short-lived, because Leicester against Wolves, within 15 minutes, Jamie Vardy from the penalty spot. So Tottenham were top of the table for 33 minutes in total. But again, talking points over this, the first penalty that was given, it's not a penalty. I don't know who the Wolves defender was, but he was actually running. So his arms are in motion because he's running. And the ball has struck his hand while he's in a running motion. It's completely accidental. It's not handball. We saw images at halftime from the VAR room where one of the guys in charge was telling, I think it was Stuart Atwell that was in the VAR room, that he's got it wrong, and he was motioning that the player was running. And again, it just shows it's not so much VAR that's the problem, it's the incompetent referees that are controlling it, that are making it a shambles. Jamie Vardy got a chance from the spot again just before half time. Second penalty, but he missed it. Raul Patricio saved it. And then also in the second half, Kasper Schmeichel made an unbelievable save. Unbelievable. And Leicester were able to hold out and win the game 1-0. And a big 3 points for them. The real big game of Sunday was Manchester City against Liverpool. And again, I suppose you've got some talking points in this game as well. Mo Salah from the penalty spot after 13 minutes. But literally moments before that, Raheem Sterling gets brought down just outside the box for something that was very reminiscent to, Mane going down and getting the penalty. Nothing was given. They go up the other end. Mane goes down and Liverpool get a penalty. You're just sitting there like, what on earth is going on? Gabriel Jesus equalises on the half-hour mark. Absolutely brilliant goal. The touch, the turn, the finish, everything. And then just before half-time, Manchester City get their own penalty and have the opportunity of going 2-1 up. Handball by Gomez under the letter of the law and the way it is a handball. And then Kevin De Bruyne. Most people would put their house on him scoring. And it was a dreadful penalty. Wide. Awful penalty. And this was a great game. To and fro. Both teams attacking and trying to win the game. But it finishes 1-1. And the spoils were shared in that game. Last one we have Arsenal against Aston Villa. And this was an absolute humiliation. Aston Villa winning this game 3-0. They fully deserved it. Arsenal were shambolic. It was an absolute disaster of a performance. It was toothless. It was pathetic. It was feeble. It was the worst performance I've seen since we were getting battered by Bayern Munich 5-1 home and away in the Champions League. It's right up there. Jack Grealish bullied us. Ollie Watkins bullied us. Absolute catastrophe. Emi Martinez must be rubbing his hands and thinking, well, that was easy. Clean sheet coming back to the Emirates as well. And it was just shambolic. I really and truthfully cannot say any more than what I'm trying to explain right now. It was just absolute garbage. I'm going to be bringing out a player ratings in the next couple of hours, and I'm going to really say what I feel on there. So do keep an eye out for that. But shambolic, not good enough in any way, shape or form. Not the players, not the manager, nothing. It was just absolute crap. And I can't say no more than that, except fair play to Villa. They were excellent, absolutely excellent. And they fully deserve the victory. And if anything, they deserve more than 3 goals. They were superb. And yeah, like I keep saying, fair play to them. So there we go. That is it for today's DT's Daily. As usual, let me know in the comment section what you think about those results. What team do you support? And, did your team win or lose? And has it affected your weekend? I'm trying to let it affect mine. But it's a bit difficult when you get absolutely humiliated in that way. But it is what it is. So if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, smash a like on this video. And I will see you lot soon. I'm out of here.